Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. In the name of Allah, the most compassionate, the most merciful. May Allah's peace and blessings be upon the Holy Prophet of Islam, Muhammad, and his immaculate family. Dear brother and sister, Assalamu alaikum and welcome to this show. And this is Quran and Today's Life. In this series of programs, we are discussing some Quranic concepts and we are trying to extract some informative points around these concepts from Quranic teachings. For this purpose, some scholars and Islamic researchers from Qom Seminary Schools are helping us in this series of programs. The last discussion that we started in from previous sessions was concerning the prophets in Quran. We started discussing about the Prophet Adam and his creation. We reached to the issue of prostration of angels in front of Adam, the Prophet. Hujjatul Islam Sheikh Hadi Walipur, Islamic scholar, inshallah, will be helping us with his scholarly information in the question that we are going to pose in this session concerning the Prophet Adam and the story of prostration that we posed in our previous session. We understood that prostration was permitted to angels to be done in front of Adam because of knowledgeability of the Prophet Adam. So we have two kinds of prostration. One in front of Allah Almighty, with the knowledge that He is our Creator, He is our Lord, and the other kind of prostration which is usually done in front of others who are more knowledgeable than us. And this is given to those who Allah permits them this right. Hujjatul Islam Sheikh Hadi, thank you very much and thanks for accepting our invitation to this program. I want to salam to you and ask you to have your introductory remarks if you have any. After that, inshallah, I'll ask my first question.
Inshallah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. I'm very glad to presence here.
Thank you very much. Sheikh Hadi, the introduction that I have just presented was concerning the story of prostration of angels in front of Adam. Was it true that we have two kinds of
Yes.
prostration? One in front of Allah the Almighty with the intention of our Lord, our Creator, and the other in front of other people, and these are the people are, in fact, this right is given to them by Allah because they are more knowledgeable than the others.
Yes. As I mentioned before, according to Quran, we have a prostration to Adam, who is not our Lord.
By this knowledgeability that you say, yeah, he's not our Lord. Does this knowledgeability means that, a divine knowledge or every knowledge can have such merit,
Yes. According to Quran, this knowledge refers to a prophet. So it's prophetic knowledge.
Okay.
So we can prostrate a prophet, but is not for worshipping. So
Okay.
we know that according to Quran.
Just as respect.
Yes, just for respect. Like bowing and ruku in Quran, in praying. So we have ruku in our pray. But we can have the same action to others.
Very true.
So ruku in praying doesn't mean that you can't have ruku to others because it's especially for Allah. No. It's especially for Allah for worshipping. And we are intellectual beings.
Or can we exactly say that this is the difference in intention or niyyah?
Yes, exactly. Exactly.
So this was concerning the story of prostration of angels in front of Adam and the ambiguities that some have, that what does this prostration mean, and we, alhamdulillah, cover this issue. The other one is concerning the creation of Hawa, the wife of the Prophet Adam. How was she created? We talk about Prophet Adam, and we know the first lady who was created was, Lady Hawa. How was she created, and what is the story like from the Quranic perspective?
Yes, from the Quranic perspective, if you want to step by step, according to Quran, we can say Allah Ta'ala first has created Adam, and then has ordered angels to prostrate to Adam, and then has created Hawa and Eve, peace be upon her.
Very nice.
So I suggest step by step we go according to Quran.
Yeah.
So in chapter Baqarah, verse 34, we have وَإِذْ قُلْنَا لِلْمَلَائِكَةِ اسْجُدُوا لِآدَمَ فَسَجَدُوا. So, when we said to the angels, make obeisance to Adam, and they did obeisance.
Except one.
Except إِلَّا إِبْلِيسَ أَبَى.
Satan. Why Satan rejected this prostration?
Yes. But Iblis didn't. He refused.
What was the reason?
Yes, I mentioned the exact
Okay.
reason. وَاسْتَكْبَرَ. He was proud. This was the exact reason. He was proud. Because of proud.
Did he think that he's more knowledgeable than the other?
Oh, it's about knowledge or other things. Quran has mentioned. وَكَانَ مِنَ الْكَافِرِينَ. And he was one of the unbelievers. This is very interesting point. Because as you know, Satan was not unbelievers. He believed to Allah.
He was from among angels.
No. About angels, we have another verse.
You mean, Satan was not among angels?
No. Because in chapter Kahf, verse 50, we have وَإِذْ قُلْنَا لِلْمَلَائِكَةِ اسْجُدُوا لِآدَمَ فَسَجَدُوا إِلَّا إِبْلِيسَ.
So it means that.
And we have said to the angels, make obeisance to Adam, and they made obeisance, but Iblis. And Allah Ta'ala has mentioned, إِلَّا إِبْلِيسَ كَانَ مِنَ الْجِنِّ.
Okay, Kanam al-Jinn.
So he was one of the jinn.
So the jinn were not from angels?
Angels, no. Jinn are
another
material creatures like us.
So how
They
come
are-
that we cannot see them?
Yes, because they are not material as like. For example, air, we breathe air. Yes,
It's
it's
a-
material, but you can't see it.
Very
So
true.
they are material, but you can't see it. So,
Very true.
but Allah Ta'ala has mentioned exactly that Iblis kana min al-jinn. He was
So
not
can we
one of
conclude that Iblis or jinn were created before us?
Yes, because according to Quran, jinn and especially Iblis has created before. Because Allah
What is the
Ta'ala
reason
didn't
of-
mention anything about jinn and Iblis. They were.
Is there any reason mentioned in the Quran concerning the priority of creation of jinn over man?
Yes, we can conclude because
How?
because Iblis, according to Quran, Iblis was one of the jinn. So he had father, mother, others. So we have the generation of jinn. Allah Ta'ala has created Adam and has ordered Iblis and other angels to prostrate.
True.
So Iblis has been created before.
Yeah.
So we can conclude that Allah Ta'ala has created Adam after Iblis and after jinn.
Yeah, this is very clear. I mean, my question is concerning the priority of creation of jinn over Adam. Is there any reason mentioned in Quran concerning
No.
this point? Okay.
No.
So no reason.
Yes, no reason for the priority.
Oh.
So we have this interesting point
Yeah.
in chapter Baqarah, verse 34. Illa Iblis Aba. Iblis was not from the angels. According to Quran, he was from jinn. So, إذ قلنا للملائكة اسجدوا لآدم فسجدوا إلا إبليس.
Yeah.
When Allah Ta'ala has ordered angel to prostrate, Iblis was one of the angels, but at the level of the angels. He was not angel, we know, because Allah Ta'ala has mentioned he was from jinn. He was not angel. The substance and the reality is different. But he was in the realm of religion, in the realm of angels, because he was very pious before this.
Was very close to the angels.
So he was one of the angels in the levels of angels, no in the substance and in the reality of the creation of angels.
Okay. Does the jinn have the ability to choose among good and bad?
Yes.
So they can even,
Yes, they are like us, intellectual beings.
So they can be over than the angels even.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And about the interesting point in this verse, إِلَّا إِبْلِيسَ أَبَى وَاسْتَكْبَرَ, because he was proud. So the exact reason, he was proud and he didn't prostrate. وَكَانَ مِنَ الْكَافِرِينَ.
Does it mean that if someone gets proud, he may be included among the infidels?
No. About the Iblis, he was proud.
Yeah.
And he didn't obey Allah Ta'ala, Almighty Allah. But Allah Ta'ala has said about him, he was one of the disbelievers. But as you know, in Islamic ideas and Islamic beliefs, we don't consider somebody who didn't obey Allah Ta'ala in one order only. We don't consider him as a disbeliever. But Allah Ta'ala said no, he was one of the disbelievers. Despite he believed in Allah Ta'ala. He believed in the unity of Allah. We name everybody who believes in unity of Allah. For example, he is muwahhid.
Very true.
He's believer. But he denied the prophethood. Because Allah Ta'ala has placed Adam in the earth as a
prophet,
caliph and prophet. He denied prophethood. And Allah Ta'ala has said he is disbeliever.
So anyone who denies the existence of prophets is among the infidels. Kafirin.
We can say according to Quran. Because Allah Ta'ala has mentioned he's one of the kafirin. This is an interesting point about the kafirin. Yeah. So, the next verse about this prostration. قال in chapter A'raf, verse 12. قال Allah Ta'ala ما منعك ألا تسجد. He said, what hindered you so that you didn't prostrate when I command you?
Allah asked the jinn, what was the reason that you did not prostrate?
Yes. قال ما منعك ألا تسجد إذ أمرتك قال أنا خير منه. He said, I'm better than he. Why? خلقتني من نار وخلقته من طين. Though you created me of fire while he created of dust. He has been created of dust.
So what kind of reasoning is this? Is fire prior than the dust?
We can say, as you know, the same question, we have the same question from angels. They said, why you created this man? And Iblis has asked the same question. Why you created this man? I'm higher. And you ordered me to prostrate to him? No, I am higher. For example, in our culture, we have. This question was not wrong. The very question. Why? Fire, I ask you, fire is purer or dust?
Fire.
For example, in medical issues, we know if we want to disinfect some tools of medical tools, we use fire.
Yeah, very true.
So we believe that fire is better and purer of the dust, and exactly the tin and clay.
Exactly. Well, thank you, Sheikh Hadi, and I think there are lots of points to be discussed in this issue concerning the set of, let's say, orders that you just presented as the philosophy of creation of Hawa, the first, let's say, lady who was created, and the story of prostration, and inshallah we shall discuss more and we shall go in detail of this issue after a short break. Please stay tuned with us, we'll be back in a few seconds. It's really an honor that we have you, the respected viewers of this program, to be watching this, let's say, show, and our discussion concerning the prophets in Quran and the concept of prophets, and also the very discussion that we have today concerning the creation of Adam and Hawa, peace be upon them. We refer to the story of prostration of angels in front of Adam. And concerning the story of Lady Hawa, we said that there were in fact set of orders that were observed first, and then Lady Hawa was created. We also refer to the priority of fire over, let's say, dust, that Satan stand to ask Allah the Almighty that what is your reason that you are creating man from dust while I'm from fire and I'm more pure than dust. We have been talking about all these issues, and Sheikh Hadi in fact elaborated on the concept of priority of jinn over Adam, and whether really jinn or the essence of creation of jinn is prior over mankind or not. But we have some other questions to be asking in this very session. Sheikh Hadi, I wanted to ask you concerning the creation of Lady Hawa. You told us, jinn was from fire, and he claimed that fire is more pure than, in fact, dust. Does it bring anything for him to, in fact, stay in front of Allah and say, I am, in fact, better than Adam, so I cannot, prostrate in front of Adam? And then, what does it have to do with the story that we are, following? The story of Lady Hawa and the creation of Lady Hawa.
Yes. Satan, as I mentioned, has asked this question.
Mm-hmm.
And when we see this question, the very question is not wrong. And Allah Ta'ala didn't say, no, dust and clay is higher and purer than fire. He didn't answer the question. He said, no, you must go. You are not my believer. You are not a good creature.
Or servant.
To the Satan. Why? Because the same question, we had the same question from angels. They asked before prostration, they asked Allah Ta'ala, why you created this man? He said, I know something which we don't know.
Mm-hmm.
And he proved that Adam is more knowledgeable than all.
Maybe jinn was not witnessing this story that Allah answered that I know something that you don't know. Was jinn also witnessing such a story?
Yes.
Okay.
Because he was one of the angels. No, the angels.
The
level of
to the state of the angels.
The state and level of angels. So he has heard. Satan, the answer of Allah Ta'ala. So he knew.
Mm-hmm.
But despite of this answer from Almighty Allah, he answered again, I'm higher than Adam. Allah Ta'ala has proved that no, being higher is not something concerning to the substance which I created you. It's not concerning to the fire or the dust. Maybe fire is higher than dust, but it's not my criteria to creation. My criteria is knowledge, is good characteristics and properties. So because of that, ilm and knowledge, you must prostrate
in front of
because of my order. And my order, what was the reason of my order? The knowledgeability
of Adam.
Of the Adam. So, but despite of these answers, he asked again a question: why you created Adam? And he said, no, I'm pure in my substance. But Allah Ta'ala said, no, substance is not good criteria.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then Allah Ta'ala has said to Satan, قال فاهبط منها فما يكون لك أن تتكبر فيها فاخرج إنك من الصاغرين. In chapter A'raf, verse 13, he said, Allah Ta'ala said, get forth from this estate. From this estate. Allah Ta'ala said, قال فاهبط منها. What does it mean? فاهبط منها. It seems that he must get forth from this estate. He was at the estate of angels.
Mm-hmm.
So, Allah Ta'ala has said, you must go from this state. Get forth from this state, for it doesn't befit you to behave proudly in this state. You must not be proud in this state. فَخْرُجْ فَإِنَّكَ مِنَ الصَّاغِرِينَ. Go forth. Therefore, surely you are of the abject ones. So, the next step.
Sorry, does it mean that if we reach to the state of angels, and if at that state we disobey Allah, we will be among the infidels then?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. So the more developed you are, our mistakes are very important.
Yes, yes.
Very.
The next step. So the first step was the creation of Adam. The next step was the order to prostrate. Third, proud of Satan.
Mm-hmm.
And the fourth step, about the creation of Eve, peace be upon her. In chapter Nisa, the first verse we have, أيها الناس اتقوا ربكم الذي خلقكم من نفس واحدة. يا أيها الناس, O people, be careful of your Lord, who created you from a single being. All of you from Adam.
Mm-hmm.
He was single being. وَخَلَقَ مِنْهَا زَوْجَهَا.
You mean Eve was created from Adam?
Yes, according to Quran.
Says, yeah.
And we have some traditions. And created its mate of the same
Clay.
clay or spirit.
Mm-hmm.
Because he said, خَلَقَكُم مِّن نَفْسٍ وَاحِدَةٍ.
I mean, it was parted from Adam, or no? Both of them were created from one clay.
According to Quran didn't elaborate this fact.
Mm-hmm.
But we have some traditions about the creation of Eve, that Allah Ta'ala has created her from some parts of Adam. So we have some traditions. But according to Quran, وَخَلَقَ مِنْهَا زَوْجَهَا. So we know that exactly Allah Ta'ala has created its mate from the same kind. وَبَثَّ مِنْهُمَا رِجَالًا كَثِيرًا. And spread from these two lots of people, women and men.
Sure.
This is about the creation of
Eve.
As you know, if we want to refer to tradition, we must have a long story and long session about this creation.
For sure. The other question that I wanted to pose here was concerning the quality of their staying in heaven. How were they put there? Were they in the earth at the beginning of the creation, or were they in the heaven? But since I think we have no more time to, in fact, discuss this question, inshallah, we shall discuss this issue, inshallah, in our next session. And I invite you to be again our guest, inshallah, in next program. Thanks again for participating in this show, and you, respected viewers, for joining us to the end of this show and our discussion concerning the prophets and the creation in the Holy Quran. Inshallah, we shall continue our discussion concerning the story of Adam and Eve, or Adam and Hawa, and some other, inshallah, all as prophet in our coming sessions. Till then, have a very good time. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.